My name is Catrin Jacksties. I'm here to talk to you about the new ways of education that I think are necessary in this world to help change the situation we are in. My favorite quote is from Albert Einstein, who was saying, "We cannot solve today's problems with the same thought system that created them." And what that means for me is that we need a complete overhaul of the normal public education system. We need systems that foster creativity, that encourage children to think outside the box, and that are looking always for solutions in ways that we as our adults or as parents never thought possible.
Hi, my name is Laura, and I primarily became interested in alternative education through my own experience being at school as a young person. I found it a destructive process, took me years to recover from, and it started some big questions in my mind as to why we have all these resources and intelligent people at these places called schools, and lots of government funding and lots of energy put in, and yet there are so many students who it's all designed for who have a negative experience, an unhappy experience, a fearful experience, an anxiety-ridden experience.
At the moment in life, I'm learning to reconnect with my intuition. For me, that means hearing all the voices of doubt that come in over top and recognising that they're not true and that my intuition is. And there's been many things that contribute to these voices of doubt, but part of it was definitely being told that I was wrong in the school system, or being told to do something in a different way than I naturally would have.
Hi, I'm Natalie from Australia. Often in the school system or different ways of learning, we may not actually be totally open to our potential of learning. And it's just about opening to our potential. And how do we do this? This opening to our potential. You know, often it's really about the state that we're learning in, and trying to encourage more an open state. I mean, often in schools, children are really not in a comfortable state for learning. They're still in a state of anxiety or another state, so they're not really learning to their full potential.
My name is Mihi Mihirangi, and talking about education, the way I see things are going today is, you know, a lot of children are dropping out of schools, are becoming a statistic, and I put it down to the whole idea of the system being really dysfunctional. It's based on a system that no longer takes into accountability the way we are now in today's society. It doesn't take into accountability cultural needs, cultural diversity. It doesn't take into consideration anything other than the industrialization that we live in. So the world is so industrialized that the education is based on what leaders can we create in order to fulfill the roles and needs in the industrial community. Well, we don't come from an industrial community as children. As children, we grow up in a world of magic, in a world where we learn to be creative beings other than working within factories, within offices, within desk environments. You know, with a world without creativity is a boring world indeed. It's black and white, and it's quite ugly, and most children do not see or have a passion for that. Without that passion, that's why we see so many children dropping out. You don't see cultural diversity in education anymore.
Hi, my name is Grayham Forscutt. I'm representing the scientific, the spiritual and the artistic element of future education. These shapes here are all based on the golden ratio. The golden ratio is well known to be the frequency signature of our heart when we're in the feeling, in the moment, in the expression of love and compassion. That's important because these shapes are the basis, underlying principles of the new sciences, the implosive sciences, superconductors, levitation, and those juicy topics as yet just in movies like teleportation, dematerialisation, and much more.
State education has chosen to focus on academic subjects at the expense of the creative subjects. And I feel that I would have had a much better time at school as a child if I had had more creative subjects that would have allowed me to explore the many forms of self-expression. This is what I want for my child and for children today.
My name's Madhu and I'm interested in neo-humanistic education. And so this is a type of alternative education system. Humanism is expanding the love for all of humanity, and so neo-humanism takes it one step further and expands love for all of creation, for the whole universe. And so as an education system, the system aims to help children to expand their love for the whole universe, and it also helps to utilise the whole potential of each child.
So in conclusion, I am here today at this conference to teach people a tool that is helping people to transform their limiting belief patterns so that they can open up rather than funnel their thinking down and pass that on to their children who then can use all their different intelligences and creativity to create solutions for a world that desperately needs a huge, big change in thinking.
So at the moment I'm, one, trying to reconnect myself with intuition, and secondly, trying to find a way that I can encourage other kids to not lose that for themselves. Children naturally seem to follow their intuition, and if I can have some part in encouraging that, that's what I'm sort of searching for.
Thank you for taking this journey with us. As we continue to be aware of our blessings, those very apparent, and noticing those in disguise, we are the ones we've been waiting for.